prehab, rehab, and doing what you thought was impossible.
What's up guys, it's Nate Johnson, owner and head trainer at Steel Strength Training. Today I want to talk to you guys about cranky shoulders and what to do about them. Maybe you got one, maybe you got two, but we're going to get you guys fixed. I recently had some issues with this left shoulder from sitting in class too much bench pressing, not enough back work, so we're going to get into all that, alright? So the first thing, before we actually talk about how you move, let's talk about your program. It's really important if you're having shoulder issues or if you want to prevent shoulder issues that you at the bare minimum are doing a 1-to-1 ratio of pulling to pushing. What do I mean? So what are some exercises that are pulling? Pull-ups, chin-ups, rows, okay? Anything where you're pulling a weight closer to your body, okay? The pushing movements, we're very familiar with these. You got bench press, shoulder press, push-up, dumbbell press, anything like that, okay? So we want to make sure that we have at a bare minimum a 1-to-1 ratio of pushing to pulling. If you want to be safer, or if you have shoulder issues currently, or if you sit at a desk job and you know that you're very rounded forward, you probably need more like a 2-to-1 or a 3-to-1 ratio. An easy way to do this is to match the number of sets for each, for like pushing and pulling, but do twice the reps. So I like to keep my back work, my pulling work a little bit higher rep anyway. So let's say you're doing your pushing in like the 4 to 8 rep range. Maybe you're doing your pulling, so you're doing your pushing in your 4 to 8 rep range. Maybe you're doing pulling in the 10 to 15 rep range. It's going to get you a good back pump. It's really going to hit the back fibers. The back fibers tend to be more slow twitch anyway. Their postural muscles are going to respond better to higher rep training anyway, okay? Your pressing muscles are more explosive performance muscles. They're more fast twitch, so they're going to respond better to that lower rep range anyway, okay? So make sure with your program you got at least a 1-to-1 ratio of pushing to pulling, but you likely need more like a 2-to-1 or a 3-to-1, okay? So now let's talk about movement, okay? So when you're doing any kind of pushing or pulling, at the end range, if you are tight, what happens? Let's say you're doing a push-up. This is how it should be. The shoulders stay down and back. You lower yourself to the ground and you push up, all right? Your shoulders stay back. They stay nice and pretty. Same thing with the bench press. Shoulders are pinned, chest is up. Gonna control it down, press back up, those shoulders stay pinned the whole time. But what happens when your chest is tight, and I'm going to address ways that you can actually help decrease the tightness up in here, but we'll get to that in a minute. So when you keep those shoulders pinned back, as you come down, if you're tight in the chest, you're going to notice those shoulders are going to dip forward at the bottom and then go back. Dip, go back. That's putting a ton of pressure on your shoulder, and that's likely one of, if not the cause of your cranky shoulder issues, okay? So we've got to make sure that our movement is good. So the first thing, if you're tight, I would stay away from the bench press for a little bit, okay? The second thing I would do is, I would do lots of push-ups, okay? Lots of overhead press, but don't go, if you're doing overhead press, keep an inch or two off of the collarbone so that shoulders can stay packed down and back. We don't want to dump forward like this. It's a lot of pressure on your shoulder. Same thing with push-ups. Only come down to the point where you're at in range for your chest. Anything lower than that, and again, you're dumping. We don't want to dump that shoulder forward. Okay? That's really important. Same thing with your pull-ups. I'll give you guys an example of the pull-ups, but when you pull up, as you pull, when you get to a certain point, if you are tight, you're going to dump forward. We don't want to get range of motion from that. We want to be able to do that pull-up all the way with our shoulders back. I'll show you guys what that looks like on the bar. So I'll show you a good push-up, and then I'll show you guys a push-up where you are dumping forward, and that is the kind of push-up we want to avoid. So this is what we want to do. Shoulders down and back, pack down and back, all the way up, chest stays high throughout the entire movement, okay? Now watch this next one. You're going to notice my shoulders are going to dump forward as I get over the bar. You can see I'm rounding forward. We don't want that. Again, that's putting a lot of pressure on your shoulders, okay? So next, I want to talk about what we can do. So we talked about the programming, lots of back work. I'm going to show you a mobility exercise that you can do to really open up your chest, create more range of motion here, and then we'll end with a movement that is great for the upper back that's also going to strengthen you up here. So we're loose up here, and we're tight in the back, tight and strong. I'll show you guys that right now. We got our handy dandy pole right here, so grab yourself a wall and grab yourself a ball. Preferably, it's gonna be a lacrosse ball. They're very hard. You can buy them at Dick's, maybe Academy, I don't know, but I know they have them at Dick's for like $3, okay? One of the best investments that you can make for your body. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna do a basic stretch, so put the ball away for now. You're gonna put your hand up on the wall, okay, just like this, and all you're gonna do, keep that shoulder down and back in your pocket, and you're gonna twist this way, and you're gonna feel a stretch all throughout here. Hold that 30 seconds, 3 times a day. And I'll show you guys what that looks like from this side. Put your hand on the wall right here, and twist. You can see that chest open up. You should feel it. Nice stretch up in here. You want to keep that shoulder down and back, okay? Always keep those shoulders down and back. All right, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to take our lacrosse ball, put our hand behind our back, just like this, like you're getting arrested. Nobody better be getting arrested though, okay? Put your hands behind your back like you're getting arrested. Put your shoulder down and back in that pocket, okay? We're going to take that ball and we're going to rub it up in this nasty spot. It's probably going to hurt really bad. Right in the upper chest, okay? Right up in here, right up in the pec. And then we also want to run it right under the collarbone. We're going to get the pec minor, which is that's been pulling you forward. That thing's a nasty little booger, but we're going to get it worked out. So you're going to get in there. I'm not a big fan of no pain, no gain when it comes to the gym. Train hard, but train smart. Don't be an idiot, and you don't want to train through pain. But when it comes to mobility work, that crap better hurt, all right? If it's not hurting, it's not working. So we're going to get in there. Here we go. So just dig around. Roll in there a good 2-3 minutes. Find some nasty spots, roll back over them. I'm feeling it. We've all got a tight chest, but if you're having shoulder issues, you probably got a really tight chest, okay? So now, we're gonna end on it's called the face pull. Grab our red band right here, and I'll show you guys what that'll look like from the back. Well, first of all, from the side. So we're gonna put it around a pole. Let's see. So we'll put it around a pole, just like this, okay? And then, you're just gonna pull up to your face, just like this. Pull the elbows. Elbows are high, and you're rotating your arms up and back, up and back, up and back, just like that. You want those shoulders down and back in your pocket when you end, right here. Up and back, up and back. Unlike your training when you're doing your push-ups, your pull-ups, your big heavy work, that work you probably want to take within a couple reps of failure. Occasionally you'll go to failure. On this, you want to stay away from failure. When you start failing around in the upper back, the rotator cuff, things just get nasty, the movement goes bad. Those muscles are not meant to be trained to failure. They're postural muscles. So hit them for high reps. I would do 3 to 4 sets of 15 to 20 reps. Just pump them up at the end. You get a really nice back pump. That's going to strengthen your upper back and your external rotators, part of that rotator cuff. Between the programming, making sure you only use the full range of motion of that muscle, okay? Don't go any extra, don't do anything that's gonna cause dumping. As you get looser, you'll be able to do the full range of motion and start bench pressing again. So between the programming, making sure you're not dumping your shoulders forward during pushing and pulling movements, the mobility, the stretch, and the rubbing of the lacrosse ball, tennis ball, or baseball if you have to, up in the chest, pec minor area, and then the face pulls, that's gonna knock out your shoulder pain. Should just be a couple weeks, and it probably will also help you increase your bench press, shoulder press, because a strong upper back is the foundation of all heavy pressing. Hope you guys enjoy that. See you next time.